What's going on, guys? Now, if you've been keeping up with me lately, you know that last month I went on a trip. I took my first adult vacation and went on a cruise, and I went on the MSC Divina. Well, I figured it's time we talk a little bit about my experience there and to see if it's a good vacation spot for you and your loved ones. So stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Chris and welcome back to The Well-Rounded Dude. If you enjoy hearing about, some of the things I experienced, like in particular this trip, or any of the other things I do, please drop a like, click subscribe. It helps us out immensely. We're a small channel trying to grow and I greatly appreciate it. So without further ado, let's talk about this trip of mine. So I gotta admit, I really wasn't planning on making a video about my vacation. It was gonna be one of those personal things just for me. But once I experienced it, I decided I had to tell you guys about it, First and foremost, this video will probably be a little bit rambly or whatever. I'm gonna try to do it as much in one take as possible. This is just gonna be us talking. We haven't done that in a while, so it's just gonna be a little bit of chit chat and I'm gonna tell you about my trip. So, long story short, I took a trip, 4 nights, to the Bahamas. I went on the MSC Divina. MSC, if you don't know, it is a European cruise line. Really cool. If you're in the market to go on a cruise, but dollars are a little bit of an issue, MSC is a little bit more budget friendly, and there's definitely reasons for that, and I'll get to those in a little bit. But it's perfect for if you're a younger person or single and don't have a ton of money. Even if you aren't single and you have a family and you want to go on vacation, because they do offer great rates for kids. A lot of times kids sail for free and eat for free and all that fun stuff. So it's kind of like the perfect cruise line if you're looking for a budget conscious vacation. And the ship was inspired by Sophia Loren. I'll have a picture of her if you don't know who she is, if you're a millennial. But the cruises was very cool. The ship was very cool, very clean, very elegant. I didn't get too many pictures. Again, I really wasn't planning on making a video like this, but I just kind of felt I had to talk about it and describe a little bit of my experiences. So we're gonna start with day 1. So first things first, I feel I should explain this picture from Instagram, or at least the caption from it, right? If you follow me on Instagram, which you totally should, if not, you're missing out on gems like this. This picture was taken within 10 minutes of me boarding the ship for the first time. Now, I remember my first cruise, super excited, couldn't wait. This was before I went to the welcome lunch. The welcome lunch is held in the buffet area, wonderful food, everything's cool. Except, I'm from New York, in case you guys don't know. I get super excited because there's burgers, there's hot dogs here. So I grab a burger, grab a hot dog, getting ready for some condiments. I love mustard. As a guy from New York, it is a sin to put anything but mustard on a hot dog. Okay, so I'm walking around the condiment section and I see big tubs of like ketchup and big tubs of mayonnaise, and I don't see any mustard. And I say to the guys, hey, is there any mustard? And they decide to point me in another direction. Now, what I gotta explain is, on the Divina, they have a really big buffet area that you can enter from a couple different sides of the ship, right? The two sides. They're called different restaurants, but they're the same thing. It's basically the buffet is in a big circle. So I decided to take a loop around the circle to try to find mustard and ask various crew members along the way, hey, any mustard? They respond to me, go check over there. One person thought I was talking about mushrooms and sent me to the salad bar. But anyway, they're like, hey, go that way and you'll find mustard. You gotta look around. It's all over on different spots. And I'm like, okay. Well, every spot I'm going to does not have mustard because, they do have other spots that have burgers, hot dogs, and other things, and other condiments, or other condiment sections, I should say. But none of those condiment sections have mustard. So I finally make my way around the ship and get back to the original person that I was talking to, and I said, hey, any luck on that mustard? And he said, hold on. He comes back and he says, sir, we don't have any mustard. And I said, you don't have mustard? No, sir. I'm like, no mustard at all. No mustard at all on this ship. He said, no. And I said, okay. And just kind of shook my head and walked away. So there was no mustard for lunch. And when I posted this picture, I was thinking there wasn't going to be mustard for the duration of the cruise, which was very disappointing. I mean, it sounds kind of weird, right? Like, how do you have other condiments and you don't have mustard? But lo and behold, the next day they did have mustard for lunch. You know, but that's just one of the few quirky things that I found on the Divina. You'll just see that they're a European line, but they, you know, some of the American things that we're accustomed to is a little bit different. You know, they try to accommodate Americans as best as possible. And if you look in other reviews on the Divina, you will see that that's pretty much the case. A lot of people have that opinion. It used to be worse, that you know, they really accustomed towards Europeans and that style, and they were kind of surprised that Americans had that backlash, but they've tried to rectify it. And if they're sailing out of a port, like I sailed out of Miami, if they sail out of America, they're gonna try to cater to Americans as much as possible. If they're sailing out of like France or, you know, England or a different country, it's going to be catered more towards Europeans, which you can totally understand. So it was little quirky things like that that made me stick to the main dining room for dinner. Breakfast and lunch was a different story. I did go to the buffet there. The food is good. You know, especially for breakfast, you know, you want pancakes, waffles, French toast, anything that you can think of for breakfast, they've got it. Lunch, their pizza is phenomenal. If you love pizza as much as I do, you do want to go and try MSC Divina's pizza. Like, the pizza is da bomb. Dinner, like I said, I went to the main dining room. The food was good. The staff is extremely helpful, very friendly. You know, if you're like hesitant between one or two things in the menu, they'll bring both out for you. That's how cool it is. And I mean, all that's included in your price anyway, but they're nice enough to, you know, give you their honest opinion on certain dishes, which is cool. Now, as far as entertainment goes, they really do try to keep you entertained between dance parties, themed and unthemed. There was like a really cool one where they gave everybody headphones, so they just had to listen to the music that was going through the headphones. I didn't get to attend that, but looked really cool from what I saw. Trivia, karaoke, you know, there was just a whole bunch of really cool stuff, like Guinness World Record challenges. I had a blast, you know, and they really put an effort in. Especially, I made a couple friends from the entertainment department, Camille from Brazil. So if you guys ever go on an MSC cruise on the Divina, and you have Camille from Brazil as one of your MCs, you are like, there's no way you're not gonna have fun. Like, she's amazing, ton of fun. And I met a really cool friend. Her name is Jaylyn. She is actually a former content creator. She used to be on Good Morning Adventures. I don't know if you guys know that YouTube channel, but she's there now, and she did amazing. She hosted karaoke a couple times. A lot of fun. You can really see like the fun and passion in everybody in the entertainment department, but especially those two. So always a bunch of fun stuff going on. And as far as excursions go, they were pretty cool. I did the Taste of Nassau tour when we were on the island. Drove us around. We got to try a bunch of different teas and drinks and snacks like conch fritters and crack bites, which, hear me out, is just another version of conch and how it's cooked. It's kind of like a hush puppy, but it was really cool. So I advise you, if you go to the Bahamas and you're looking for something to do, like touring Nassau and figuring out, like, or learning, about their government and a bunch of different stuff. It's really cool, and it's pretty inexpensive. It was under 70 bucks. Now, one of my main gripes with MSC is how they handled their docking of Ocean Cay. Now, for those that don't know, Ocean Cay is their own private island in the Bahamas. Lots of fun beaches, lots of cool things to do. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go because of the weather that day that we were supposed to go. It was canceled, and this seems to be a common theme in MSC in general, not just the Divina, but MSC in general. It gets canceled a lot, and I don't know what they could do to make it better, because I never got to go, so I can't like sit here and then armchair quarterback and point to something that they could do differently. Their reasoning was saying that the waves were too high, which, looking at from other videos I've seen, it looks like that would affect how they anchor the ship to the island. And if that's the case, maybe they can find a different way. Again, I'm not going to armchair quarterback, but it just seems to be there could be a better way to do that. And we lost a whole day because of not being able to go to Ocean Cay. They turned it into another sea day and had to scramble to find stuff for us to do, which again, kudos to the entertainment department, because they came up with stuff on the fly and everybody had a great attitude about it. They were cool, because you got to think, for them it was probably a day off, right? And now all of a sudden they lose their day off and have to keep almost 4,000 people entertained. So everybody had great attitudes about it. Another big tip of my hat to the entertainment staff on the MSC Divina. So to sum everything up, the little quirkiness, the missing the private island, the rest of my experience on the ship, would I do it again? Hell yeah. Everybody's been asking me since I got back, well, was it something you would do again? I'm like, absolutely. The little quirky stuff that I've mentioned in this video does not compare to the overall experience that you would have if you did this. And like I said, you can't beat the price. Compared to other cruise lines, it's a fraction of the price. It's something that I think everybody should do at least once. Everybody deserves to get a little bit of a break. They've made it affordable, and I would really recommend that you give it a shot, especially if you have kids, like I said before, because chances are, if they're under a certain age, they'll sail for free, and so you don't really have to worry about their cost included in you and your partner's cost. So I highly recommend it. It was great, a lot of fun. I am tempted to book another trip like right now, but I would definitely do it again. So the official word for MSC Divina, for MSC in general, is do it. Wholeheartedly, you'll have a blast. And with that, we will see you guys next time. So please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, do all the social media things. Help me fight the YouTube algorithm. Ring the bell. Be sure to check out thewellroundeddude.com. Dude15 will save you 15% on our merch page. And, the website is really the hub of everything we do here. You can find links to like our Amazon page with items that I've curated. I really think that there's a lot of cool stuff for you guys to check out there. And just some great offers from some of the partners that I've made over the years of doing this channel. So once again, hope you guys enjoyed this. Really wasn't intending to make a video about my vacation, but once I went on it and saw what great value was and how much fun it was, I had to tell you guys. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Please take care, please enjoy, and we will see you next time. Peace.